I told this story on training a couple of days ago about my client who, one of my good friends he's the number one Marine Corps recruiter in the entire country. And I asked him, and I said, can I ask you, first of all, like, is it competitive? He's like, yeah, there's a whole scoreboard. And he's 40% ahead of who's number two. And so I asked him, I said, how are you so good at that? How are you so good at recruiting these kids to go and like sign their life to the military? And he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, because I believe in the military. The military saved my life. The military changed my whole life. I had nothing growing up. I've never met my dad. My mom was a single mom. She works 3 jobs to pay bills. And when I was getting to the end of high school, I knew when my best friend was going to go be a nurse and another one wanted to be a lawyer, I knew that we didn't have the money for that. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to try to go to a trade school or do something. And he's like, this guy walked on campus in a uniform and it instantly caught my eye. And I started talking to the guy and the guy started telling me like, hey man, if you come in the Marine Corps, we're going to give you a place to live. We're going to give you health insurance for the rest of your life. We're going to give you benefits. We're going to pay for your education if you want to go to school. You could do that while you're in the Marines. You'll get to travel the world. You'll get to go to Japan. You're going to get to do all these things. You'll have a brotherhood. You'll make friends that become family. Like you'll be someone that your family and your kids and your future could be proud of. You don't have to have money to go be a doctor to have all that. And he's like, I signed right on the spot. He's like, as soon as I turned 18, signed. And so I said, so how do you recruit all the kids? He's like, I tell him that story. So this guy, like, he really believes in the Marine Corps so much. And then when he sits with these kids, he sells the dream. He goes, hey, let me tell you, man, the Marine Corps saved my freaking life. I had nothing before this, And so he joked, he said, I'm every mom's worst nightmare because if I talk to your kid, they're joining the military.
Yeah.
But what's the difference, though? He's selling the dream. Mm-hmm. He's painting a picture, right? So number one is you got to be inspired and you got to really believe it.
Yes.